understand the issue. Come where? I don't understand.
You want space, right?
Yeah, I want space. I'm trying to get away from you.
Yes, well, come here.
Please, stop. Please. Sir, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
I'm not touching you.
You are touching me right here. Yes, you are. Please lower your arm. Please lower your arm.
You're not touching me.
I am not touching you. I am not touching you. Please lower your arm. Please lower your arm, sir. Please, sir, lower your arm.
No, it's a private.
I'm just trying.
No justice, no peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice, no peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice, no peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice, no peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No, you won't!
No justice!
Roque out of ILC! 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 Roque out of ILC!
Harry Roque is a war criminal. He has no place joining the International Law Commission. We implore everyone inside of the UN to dismiss his candidacy. He stood idly by and he is simply a mouthpiece of a bloody dictatorship in the Philippines under President Rodrigo Duterte. Oh, they did. He failed to uphold international law. He has justified the killing of Filipino women. He has justified pardoning those who got him in order to save 5% of Filipinos who have property access. First, the police has been called. Get off facilities! Get off of me! Don't you fucking touch me!
Ma'am, this is just an action.
How dare you!
How dare you protect a war criminal? That's
How
what you're
dare
doing!
you!
Shame! 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 Roque out of NYC! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC!
We're calling the cops.
Hey! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of ILC! We are leaving! No peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice! No peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice! No peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice! No peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice! No peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice! No peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of ILC! No fucking way! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of NYC! Roque
Philippines!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC! 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 Stop the killings in the Philippines!
Call the cops! Call the cops! Call the cops!
Roque out of NYC! Roque out of NYC! NYC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of NYC! Stop the killings in the Philippines! Stop the killings in the Philippines!
Do not visit this establishment! They protect war criminals! There's blood on your hands! Protest! Let's make Harry Roque hear us! That's my God is protecting war criminals! That's my God is protecting Harry Roque! A criminal of the Filipino people! Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of NYC! Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of NYC! Welcome home. I think we all know why we're here. We're here because there is a war criminal in this restaurant. We're here because there is a criminal that is committing crimes against the Filipino people. And we cannot rest until he is addressed, until his crimes are held accountable by the people, for the people, and until the money and resources that are being used for this bourgeois theater are being put for resources for the people. I think we all just put up a serious fight, but we cannot stop here. They're on top of this restaurant enjoying a very fancy dinner while we are here protesting because he is a war criminal. We have a program ready tonight with speakers from various people's organizations that represent different sectors of the Philippines who are committed to national liberation of the Philippines. Something that Harry Roque is against. Something that he clearly benefits from preventing. He is an opportunist. He is the right-hand man of Duterte, a criminal of the Filipino people. Thank you all for coming tonight. We have many speakers ready, and I would like to start off this program with the speaker from the International Coalition of Human Rights in the Philippines, Northeast Chapter. John.
And if you just missed it, we're at Aretsky Patroon, where Roque is having a special event on the third floor as he's vying for the UN International Law Commission seat.
We know that Harry Roque has a track record of not upholding human rights. He is a cruel joke. If you look at what he has done and what he has stood for in the last 5 years, the answer is clear. He is a hypocrite. He is not a human rights lawyer. He is a human rights violator. We in the International Coalition for Human Rights in the Philippines call for his nomination to the International Law Commission to be revoked. How can someone such as Harry Roque, who does not even follow international human law, to be nominated into this position? It makes zero sense. His nomination to the United Nations is an insult to the Filipino people who have suffered and died because of his actions, because of his cowardice, because of his greed for power, and because of his betrayal and hypocrisy. We call on all peace-loving people to have his nomination to the ILC removed and to stop the killings in the Philippines. No justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines.
Thank you.
And that was just John from New York Human Rights in the Philippines. New York Committee for Human Rights in the Philippines, or NYCH.
Hello, UN delegates! We're here as people. I know you hear us. I hope you can address us too. We're here because Harry Roque, a war criminal, is here. And we want to prevent him from taking nomination of the ILC. We hope that you stand with us. The people, peace-loving people all over the world, the Filipino people, who are fighting to prevent him from continuing his war crimes at the UN. We cannot continue to have him make decisions for the Filipino people when he does not represent the Filipino people. Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
Justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
Roque!
Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC! Roque out of ILC! Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC!
Okay, y'all, so he is still up there, still enjoying his fancy meal, while people in the Philippines are starving, unable to put food on their plates, unable to find decent jobs that aren't subject to contractualization, unable to defend their lands from multinational corporations. And he is enjoying a meal up there, trying to represent the Filipino people, and he does not. And the people are saying he does not. No justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace.
Stop the killings in the Philippines! Duterte! Tuta! Dictador fascista! Dictador fascista! For those joining us just now, or a little bit late, just to contextualize, we had some local human rights defenders attending a dinner at Aretsky's Patroon. On the floor, there's a private event with a spokesperson of Duterte. Right now, we wanted to use this opportunity to people-pleasing UN officials and other partners as he's trying to get a seat in the International Law Commission. His part in the death in and really the plight of the people in the Philippines, in the handling of the pandemic, the war on drugs, etc., especially as part of the mouthpiece of the Duterte regime.
Stop the killings in the Philippines! Say it loud, say it clear, fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud, say it clear, fascists are not welcome here!
Say it loud,
Say it clear, fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud, say it clear, fascists are not welcome here!
Loud, say it clear.
Fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud, say it clear, fascists are not welcome here!
Okay, everybody, so our next speaker is from Malaya. It is a movement fighting against dictatorship in the Philippines. It is a movement fighting for democracy in the Philippines. Bernadette from Malaya, New Jersey will be speaking on behalf of...
Hello everyone, my name is Bernadette and I'm here representing the Malaya movement. Tonight we are here in a peaceful protest. We are here to direct our outrage that Harry Roque is eating inside this establishment, trying to secure his position in the UN's International Law Commission. But
Shame!
he calls himself a human rights lawyer. But all we must do is look at his track record from the last 5 years. He has stood as a patient lackey of a brutal dictator in the Philippines He once called himself a human rights lawyer, but now he has shown he is a human rights violator. In his time as a spokesperson for Duterte, he has done nothing but only stand idly by, allowing the killings of tens of thousands of Filipinos. He has only stood idly by and even cheered Duterte on, not honoring the decision of The Hague and when the Philippines was declared to have rights over the West Philippine Sea. Even the International Criminal Court is now investigating the crimes of Duterte against the Filipino people, crimes against humanity. And Harry Roque, what does he have to say for that? He refuses to allow the cooperation with his investigation. Someone like this is who the UN is considering for the International Law Commission. This is a cruel joke. It is an insult to the Filipino people. It is an insult to them because they have suffered and they have died because of his betrayal, because of Harry Roque's cowardice, because of Harry Roque's greed for power, because Harry Roque has turned his back on the people, and now they are the ones suffering. Well, you know what? We demand that the UN dismiss his candidacy to the International Law Commission. We demand that if Harry Roque, if you there inside have any ounce of decency in your body, you will step down from your government post. You will refuse, and we hate you.
Yes! Yes!
We demand that you stop doing this. We demand that you step down from your post, and history will not forget you. History will remember you with your blood-stained hands, the same as Duterte, and you will end up in the dustbin of history.
Yes!
Shame!
Shame!
Shame! You support fascists! Fascist supporters! Roque out of IOC! Roque out of IOC! Roque out of IOC! Roque out of NYC! 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 Roque out of IOC!
Defend democracy!
Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny! Defend democracy! Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny! Defend democracy! Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny! Baki baka!
Wag matakot!
Wag matakot!
Maki baba!
Baki baka!
Wag matakot!
Wag matakot!
Maki baba!
No more money for Duterte's crimes! No more money for Duterte's crimes! The people united! Will never be defeated! Will never be defeated! The people united! The people united!
Will never be defeated!
Will never be defeated! The people united! Say it loud! Say it clear! Fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Fascists are not welcome here! Fascists are not welcome here!
It's not just the criminal. They were hitting me, they were hitting him, they were hitting her. It's like they're my life in the Oh yeah.
No peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice, no peace! Stop the killings in the Philippines! Alright, y'all, I know we're getting tired and our voices are getting dry, but if we're going to ruin his night, we have to be fucking loud, okay?
Yes!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of IOC!
So for those of you who don't know, Bayan Movement is an organization across the U.S. fighting to end the dictatorship in the Philippines and fighting for democracy. They are trying to get Duterte out of office because he is a dictator funded by the U.S. The U.S. tax dollars are funding a dictator in the Philippines, and Roque is a spokesperson for this dictator. Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of IOC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC!
So our next speaker is... Migrante! So our next speaker is Migrante! Ate Shirley, I believe, is speaking for Migrante. Or also Mike is speaking for Migrante.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to everyone here in New York City, except for Harry Roque at yung kanyang mga alagad. Nandito kami. Tatagalogin ko muna. I'm gonna speak in Tagalog, I'm gonna speak in our wikang pambansa, wikang Pilipino, no? Para maintindihan ni Harry Roque na kahit anong wika, taksil pa rin siya, traidor pa rin siya. I want everybody to try and pronounce this word, taksil. Let's hear it. Taksil.
Taksil!
Taksil.
Taksil!
This is the best word to describe yung mga katulad ni Harry Roque, yung mga katulad ni Duterte, na sa libo-libong pinatay nila, nandito sila, ang kakapal ng muka. They're even trying to apply para sa International Law Commission. Sa aming mga pambansa demokratikong aktivista, alam namin na isang malaking kasinungalingan at isang malaking pagkakapal ng muka itong si Harry Roque, na akala niya na pwedeng-pwede siya para sa International Law Commission, samantalang sa sarili nating bansa, hindi niya ma-uphold yung human rights ng yung karapatang pantao ng mga ordinaryong mamamayan. Para sa amin, kaya kami nandito at nagsisisigaw na makibaka, huwag matakot, dahil alam natin na dito sa overseas, bilang mga overseas migrants, tayo lang yung maaasahan ng mga kababayan natin na inaapi at pinagsasamantalahan ni Harry Roque at ng Rehimeng Duterte. Tama ba, mga kasama?
Tama!
Tayo ay lalaban hanggat nandito pa si Harry Roque. Ang panawagan namin, reject Harry Roque in the UN International Law Commission. Dahil alam natin na hindi siya karapat-dapat. Hindi nga siya karapat-dapat na maging pambansang opisyal sa Pilipinas. Mas lalo na, hindi siya karapat-dapat na maging representante ng Pilipinas sa United Nations. Kaya maraming salamat po sa lahat ng dumalo dito. Ako pa si Mike ng Migrante. Migrante ng bayan, ngayon ay lumalaban.
Thank you, Mike from Migrante, the National Democratic Mass Organization representing overseas Filipinos fighting for national democracy in the Philippines. Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of IOC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC! Roque
Seems
out
like
of
the event
NYC!
is not moving fast. There's a lot of their guests
Roque
who will be
out of NYC!
We'll have to see if Roque makes his escape
Tuta! Dictador fascista! Duterte! Tuta! Dictador fascista! Dictador fascista! Duterte! Tuta! Dictador fascista! Duterte! Tuta! Say it loud! Say it clear! Fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Fascists are not welcome here! Fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Fascists are not welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! The people united!
Will never be defeated!
Will never be defeated!
The people united!
Baki baka!
Huwag matakot!
Huwag matakot!
Maki baka!
Baki baka!
Huwag matakot!
Maki baka.
Hey, hey!
Ho ho!
Roque has gotta go!
Hey, hey.
Ho ho!
Roque has got to go.
Ho ho!
Roque has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Roque has got to go.
No justice, no peace!
Stop the killings in the Philippines.
No justice, no peace!
Stop the killings in the Philippines.
No justice, no peace!
Stop the killings in the Philippines.
Stop the killings in the Philippines! No justice, no peace! Ang tao, ang bayan!
Ngayon ay lumalaban.
Ngayon ay lumalaban!
Ang tao, ang bayan.
Ang tao, ang bayan!
Ngayon ay lumalaban.
Ngayon ay lumalaban!
Ang
Ho!
tao.
Ang bayan!
Ibagsak! Ibagsak!
Ibagsak! Babagsak! Babagsak!
Fascists are not welcome here. Fascists are not welcome here.
Look, it's more young people. Hello! Hello to your Mercedes-Benz.
Fascists are not welcome here. Wag matakot! Maki baka!
Defend democracy!
Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny! Defend democracy!
Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny.
Defend democracy!
Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny!
Defend democracy!
Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny!
Maki baka!
Wag matakot!
Wag matakot!
Maki baka!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC.
Thank you, everybody. Again, we're here because we want Harry Roque to no longer be nominated for the UN International Law Commission. He's enjoying dinner here while people in the Philippines are starving. Up next, we'll have the Women's Organization of the People's Movement in the Philippines, Gabriela.
Sulong, Gabriela!
Lumaban, Maki baka!
Lumaban, Maki baka!
Sulong, Gabriela!
Hello, my name is Momo Mananang from Gabriela, New York. And I was just pushed out of this restaurant for condemning Harry Roque's crimes against Filipino women. On forget that it is still Filipino American History Month, and a part of our history includes the motherland too. On October 11, 2014, Jennifer Ladder was killed by a Philippine U.S. Navy personnel named Joseph Scott Pemberton. And the only price he had to pay was only 10 years served for his crime. And out of those 10 years, he only served 6. Why? Because Harry Roque and his administration decided to uphold unequal military policies between the U.S. and the Philippines. He decided that that relationship was more important than protecting our women from getting killed, from getting raped, from getting exploited by the military bases that they keep building up in our country. This is a crime. This is an insult to have this man nominate himself for the International Law Commission. And now for what? Exchange for vaccines? Exchange to uphold the Visiting Forces Agreement? Exchange for this woman's death? It's a little price to pay to serve 10 years for killing Filipino women. And yet, even in exchange for those U.S. vaccines, only 75%, or really over 75% of Filipino people don't have access to proper facilities in order to get their vaccines. This is a crime. The Philippines has been having the longest lockdown in the rest of the world. And we are done. We are calling for our rights. We are asking. We don't want to be hungry. We want our rights to be upheld. We want our sovereignty. We want the U.S. out of the Philippines. We want Harry Roque out of goddamn NYC, out of ILC, out of this
our money. To do what? To do what? To eat. Well, we're going hungry. And I don't have anything else to say because I'm just shocked to have been pushed. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and I just appreciate all the kasamas here who gave me support. I'm shaking, but it's an honor to close out Filipino American History Month because I am proud to be a Filipino woman. I am proud to uphold our rights, and it is an honor to do this with you all, so thank you so much. Sulong Gabriela!
Lumaban Makibaka!
Lumaban Makibaka!
Sulong Gabriela!
Patay! Patay!
Lumaban militante!
Lumaban militante!
Abante babae!
Salamat! Abante babae!
Lumaban militante!
Lumaban militante!
Abante babae!
Women's rights are under attack! What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Filming us yet again.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Baki baka!
Wag matakot!
Wag matakot!
Maki baka!
Baki baka!
Wag matakot!
Wag matakot!
Maki baka!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of NYC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of ILC!
Roque out of NYC!
Duterte, tuta!
Dictador fascista!
Duterte, tuta!
Dictador fascista!
Duterte, tuta!
Dictador fascista!
Dictador fascista!
Duterte tuta!
Justice, no peace!
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace!
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace!
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
No justice, no peace!
Stop the killings in the Philippines!
Defend! Defend! Defend democracy! Defend democracy!
Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny!
Defend democracy!
Rise, resist, unite against Duterte's tyranny!
We're gonna go to the back door of the restaurant.
Should I be masked?
Where do I go, in front?
Just announce the live stream that we're going to see in the back.
Okay, we're
Kind
gonna.
of just,
Okay.
they don't see anything.
Okay, we're gonna see the back. We'll come back.